ready to get underway with race 2 of the round of 8 from Texas Motor Speedway.
You can hear him out of the gas a long time.
Now a good run by the 19 of Jones.
And as they're going by a lap car, can he take the lead away?
Such a shallow entry. I think it's going to... Oh, man, the 98 gets super low.
Way up the racetrack. He catches it. Remember, he's got to win, so he can be as aggressive as he wants. He's decided to come to pit road.
He must think he has a flat tire or an issue. Can't see from this angle. Oh, no, the right rear. Yeah, the right rear is definitely flat. What a save by the 98 of Chase Briscoe. Unbelievable.
Parker.
Yeah, right, you see right there, Jeff? Doesn't it look odd? I don't know if that's a locker making it kind of hook up and unhook or an axle issue. And right there, it looks like it wobbles.
Cautions come out on the racetrack.
I don't know what's wrong with the 98, but it's definitely an issue. Not as big, well, maybe as big, but an issue as well with the 07. We see the smoke.
Yeah, some fluid. David Starr, a Texas native, behind the wheel of the 07 from Houston, Texas, one of the veterans in NASCAR. And so some fluid on the racetrack, and seeing as though it might take a while to clean up fluid, this could be the end of stage 1.
Well, that's an interesting question. If this isn't the end of stage 1, does somebody pit who doesn't need points? All the playoff drivers could come and get their tires now and then stay out, gain that track position. Somebody like Cedric Perhera.
It was just bouncing the whole back of the car.
Wow. A lot of smoke out of the 07. That was the radio, I believe, of Briscoe we were listening to. They're trying to...
Oh, really loose. Harrison got really loose getting into 3.
And so Harrison drops back to second. We saw the 39 of Ryan Sieg on pit road. He's one of the round of 8 drivers. Matter of fact, into the garage he goes. Into the wall, into the inside wall. The caution has come out for the 7th time.
Get it rolling.
And you see the damage to the front. The left front is not turning at all. Riley Herbst into the inside wall.
Only a second start in Texas. He was in an accident lap 5.
Nose
First
in,
trip
inside
here.
wall. Left front looks locked up.
He was running 8th when it happened.
So it's down the back straightaway. He and Jeb Burton racing. Riley drives underneath Jeb. And then just a very little bit of contact with the right front, and that sends the car around.
Little left front wear that they're concerned about.
Jeff Burton has gone into the wall. He slides now, bringing the caution out. We saw the smoke there. It's Jeff Burton who got into that outside wall. You see a little bit of damage on the right side.
Yeah, remember, he came to pit road. He put fuel in, but they didn't change tires. They had older tires on than most.
Exactly, Steve. He just came on the radio about a lap before that and said the vibration is back. The crew chief, Taylor Moyer, said, well, there's no older tires. It's just these tires. And then this happened at turn 1.
Heavy damage. You see the right front bend. This one ends the day for the 8.
On the saving that one.
He said either a tire went down, something. He didn't feel there was any way to save it. Once I looked up, he was already sliding. So we'll have to take another look at exactly how he got around. So already backwards here. You're going to see the contact.
65 laps on those tires.
Yeah, they look, the rights look aired up, but it's so hard to tell at this point. You don't know what.
Cautions come out.
Cautions out.
And a couple cars involved. See the 93 of Myatt Snyder as well.
And we're done.
The 08 of Joe Graff Jr. It was Joe Graff Jr. who went through the grass earlier today. We saw him on the front stretch, but Myatt Snyder with considerable damage to the 93. Sliding up the racetrack. Sideways for Allgaier. Cedric takes the lead.
What a save by... Oh, contact!
And they're smashing in the backstretch. The 19 of Jones slides in, makes more contact. The 7 is involved.
The 10, the 7, the 19, all guys in the playoffs, all with trouble.
Huge. Allgaier.
Got it.
Brandon Jones for Ross Chastain.
that car right there is hurt, Steve.
Allgaier was sideways coming out of turn 2.
Left side tires only. Left side tires only.
Look at the right front on that car, Steve.
Yeah, that 19 has heavy damage. I'm not sure if they're going to be able to repair it. The 7, a lot of damage. I don't know how heavy it is. The biggest concern is I see a lot of the right rear tire, so I don't know if that means the suspension's bent or just the sheet metal's pushed in. Hard to say.
That's what worries me is how much of that right rear tire you can see. Like it's got the track bar bent, the track bar mount bent, truck arm bent maybe.
They're looking at it. These composite bodies normally bounce back. They're pretty resilient, but in this situation,
I'm a little surprised the 10's on pit road. I'm not sure how he was in the accident. Kelly.
Well, and there was a huge sense of urgency over the radio for the 10, telling the guys not to worry about pulling out the body just to get fresh tires on it. I also haven't seen a good look, but you can see they've got the hammer out there and are taking the time on it. Meanwhile, the 7 said, hurry, get to pit road, we'll put tires on it. But Allgaier said, look, we can put tires on it, but it's more than just that. Now, I think I'm hearing they got to go to the garage on the 7. I believe that's what they just said.
I was mentioning that on the 7 because of the lack of, or excuse me, on the 10 because of the lack of damage. Now I see the damage on the left rear. Must have had a flat left side tire. Right here, you see the 7 just gets absolutely sideways and goes up the racetrack, Jeff.
Yeah, see right there, he's so loose. Still makes a little bit of contact. That messes up the speed and the momentum of the 10 car. Now they're all going down the back straightaway. 4 wide, contact with the 10 and the 7 and then the 19. So everybody going for the same spot.
And that's where the left rear went flat on the 7, I assume, or the left front. I didn't see him hit anything. I guess you call that a spin out. That's like a pirouette one way or the other, but not a lot of damage on the 10, so I think he could continue.
So watch this. This is a great shot to see how they make contact. Chastain comes down the racetrack. Then they all get crowded up. Big impact for the 19, and then watch the 7 car as he gets contacted right here. It spins around. It's going to hit the left rear flush with the wall.
Oh, yeah.
Right there. That's the damage to the rear suspension.
Yep.
he said, I'm changing that. I'm going to be me again. I'm going to go out there and be aggressive, as we see Harrison Burton trying to take second away from Alfredo.
And I think it'll be successful. Is it too little, too late with 2 laps to go? Jeff, you've led these. What do for these final 2 laps?
No, it just needs to pay attention to the windshield, not look at the mirror. He's got plenty of ground right now. It's not about lap time. It's about lack of mistakes. Just don't make a mistake. Harrison's going to put the pressure on him. He's clearly a lot faster, but unless something happens, there's just no way you can get there, I don't think, although Harrison is running him down the back straightaway big time.
Yeah, much faster, but I agree. The question is, I don't think he has enough time to get there and pass him. He might get to the rear bumper, Rick, but with 1 lap to go, it's going to be close.
That 1 lap presented by Credit One Bank. Is there enough time? Is there enough real estate collected here? The 20 has closed the gap. We know he likes to go down to the bottom of the racetrack in 3 and 4. Will it work for him?
Slow car on the bottom. Just nowhere for Harrison to go right here.
He's stuck behind the 9. He's going to have one chance as they come out of turn 4. Harrison Burton turns left. He goes by Noah. Harrison Burton's going to win at Texas. What a move.
What a job by Harrison to get in position. He filled up the mirror. He got close enough to the 9.
Let's go!
And heartbreaking for Noah Gregson. He was a corner away from moving into Phoenix with a chance to win the championship.
I'm going to have to see it again. I don't know if the 9 just missed the bottom, overdrove the corner. I'm not sure what happened.
He had been running that line through 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 every lap. That's where he'd been running.
Yeah, looked very consistent. He drove in on the line I expected. I just, expected him to turn the middle, but then the car started going up the racetrack, and then the seas parted. Harrison Burton jumps back in the gas. A great drive by Harrison Burton to come back and win this race.
Had to have been that talk you had with him this week, Jeff.
Remember, I told you they don't listen.
Well, he won his first stage. He won stage 2 here, and now he's got his 3rd career win in the Xfinity Series. Harrison Burton was a part of the playoffs in the round of 12, was eliminated after that first round. So this win doesn't give him a shot at the championship. what it does is it gives him confidence and momentum coming toward the end of the season here.
I'm like you, Steve. I want to go back and watch. Noah got slow in 1 and 2. I was surprised how much ground Harrison was able to make up on him. When he got into 3, he just could not carry speed.
Harrison about ready to climb out of that car. Sponsor of Harrison's for quite some time now, through really his entire career. Stayed behind him, and Harrison takes him to victory lane here at Texas. What a run. Never give up attitude by Harrison Burton.